A good looking guy enters the class wearing a black tight shirt and jet black pants that highlight his physique. His face looks serious and he wears glasses for an added cool effect. There is also a well dressed middle aged man with him in a suit. Oh my god, he's so handsome, she says quietly to her friend while she was busy working. Girl 2, he's so dashing. I'm sure he's already taken, she whispers. Boy 1, I don't think he's single. He probably has like 10 or 12 girlfriends, more than me. I guess, he asks his friend. Boy 2, yeah, seems like that. Professor, attention class. Starting today, Professor John, whose full name is John Jungkook, will be teaching all of you mathematics. Let's not disturb him and make sure to focus. Unfortunately, your previous teacher isn't feeling well, so they have taken medical leave for a few months, alright? Yes, Professor. After conveying this, the professor exits the classroom. Jungkook, alright class, who can update me on where you have reached in the book? A girl stands up and asks, Ella, sir, don't you want to introduce yourself? What's your name, by the way? Jungkook, let's avoid unnecessary details. Besides, the professor just mentioned it. Where was your attention? The whole class burst into laughter. Ella, why so rude? She whispered. Now please take your seats and open your math books. We are here to focus on the subject. Ella, yes, professor. She says her face was burning and takes her seat. Then Jungkook asks a boy about the progress in the book. Alright then, everyone open chapter 6 and focus on the board. If you don't understand something, feel free to ask again, okay? All class, yes sir. Jungkook was in the middle of explaining algebraic expressions on the board when suddenly a girl rushes in saying, Sir, may I come in? Sir? She's out of breath. Jungkook turns his face towards the door entrance, adjusts his glasses, places the book on the desk, and strides towards her. He stops a short distance away and asks, What's your name? Wyan, Jungkook. So Wyan, what time is it? Wyan, sir, it's 10:05 a.m. 10:05 a.m. Is this the time to arrive at school? Sir, I apologize. I will. He interrupts her mid sentence. Get lost, he says sternly, though his facial expression remains unchanged. What, sir? Sorry. Jungkook, didn't you hear me? Get out and don't disturb the class. Vine walks away and stands outside the class. After 30 minutes, the class concludes and Jungkook comes out. Hey you, Vine. Yes, sir. She says, lowering her gaze. Jungkook, don't come late again, or else I will have to complain to your parents. Vine, I'm sorry, sir. I will come early next time. She slightly bows her head in respect. After saying this, he walks away. Once Jungkook leaves, Vine enters the class and takes her seat next to her friend Eva. Eva, why were you late again today? Vine, what can I say? I was busy with household chores. My mom gave me so much work. That's why I got delayed. Don't worry, I won't be late again, okay? Eva, oh ho, your mom always does this strange thing. Vine smiles bitterly. Eva, anyway, forget that. I have something to tell you. Have you seen Professor Jungkook? Vine, which professor? She asks in surprise. Eva, oh ho, the one who didn't let you come to class just a while ago. Oh, that Mr. Coldy. Eva, don't say that, he's so handsome. Met such a good looking teacher for the first time. Wyan, I think you said the same thing about Professor Teung, didn't you? Wyan sat with an annoyed expression. Eva laughed awkwardly. Eva, no, he is even more handsome. Similarly, all the remaining classes come to an end. After school, When Vine goes home, suddenly her mom grabs her by her hair. Vine's mom, "How did you iron these clothes?" Vine became frightened and responded, "What do you mean, mom? If you don't like it, I will do it again for you." Vine's mom dismissed it, saying, "No, there is no need. Go change your clothes. We have plans to go somewhere this evening." Vine felt troubled but didn't pay much attention, as her mom usually took her outside for various tasks. However, today her mom's request was surprising. In the living room at 6:37 p.m., Vine's mom urged, "Hurry up, we are running late." "How much longer will you take?" Vine replied from her room, "Coming, mom. Just give me 2 minutes." Vine's mom sighed downstairs. "This girl always takes so long." After 5 minutes, Vine comes downstairs looking incredibly beautiful. "Vine, let's go, mom." Her mom pays no attention and they all head out. After 30 minutes, they arrive at the restaurant for Vine's blind date. They join a table where a family is already seated. Vine's father and another man warmly hug each other. "Mr. June, how are you, my friend? It's been a long time since we met, hasn't it?" Mr. Kim, "Yes, quite a while. Please have a seat." They all take their places at the table. Vine's mom introduces her. "This is my daughter Vine. She is currently studying and also helps with household chores." Vine looks at her mom in surprise, unsure of what she is saying, then greets the guests. "Vine, hello uncle and auntie, nice meeting you." She speaks with a gentle tone but is taken aback as her gaze falls upon someone unexpected, leaving her shocked. "Sir, are you here?" "Mrs. Joan, do you both know each other?" Jungkook, "Yes, she is my student. I teach at the same school where she studies." Mrs. Joan, "Oh, that's excellent news." Vine whispers to her mom, "Mom, why did we come here?" Vine's mom, "Your father and I want you to marry Jungkook." Vine, "What? Why didn't you tell me before?" Vine's mom, "Don't talk too much." Her mom scolds her quietly. Jungkook notices this but remains silent. Mrs. Joan, "I really like Vine." Jungkook, "What do you think, Yobo?" she asks from his husband. Mr. Joan, "Yes, she is very charming. We approve of this alliance." "Me too." And Jungkook, "What's your opinion on Vine?" Jungkook coldly replies, "I'm not interested, but whatever suits you all." Mrs. Joan awkwardly smiles and says, "Okay then, let's eat." They all start eating and your marriage is finalized. The next day at school, Vine's best friend playfully puts her arm around Vine's shoulder and asks, "So, how's your blind date?" Vine doesn't say anything at first, but Jungkook suddenly crosses her mind. She blushes and spills the details. Eva shouts, drawing attention from the other students. "Eva, sorry, but how did this happen? My Jungkook is about to become my friends," she dramatically says, gaining more attention. Vine spoke with a slight awkward expression. "Are you serious?" "Sorry, I got carried away, but I can't help feeling envious of you. You're so lucky," she said while crying dramatically. Vine chuckled softly and they both headed inside their classroom. Skipping ahead to the second lecture, "Eva, finally our boring class is over. Now comes our charming professor's class. By the way, Vine, I forgot to ask, do you have a crush on him?" Vine blushed, glancing at her. "Eva, no, I mean, who wouldn't? He is incredibly handsome and charming, but I'm genuinely happy for you. I will always support you no matter what." You smiled and hugged her tightly, but the class suddenly erupted into whispers, startling both of you as Jungkook approached. Jungkook, the handsome professor, wore a sharp navy blue suit that fit him perfectly. Underneath, he had on a white shirt with the sleeves rolled up a bit, showing off his strong arms. His black leather shoes were shiny and completed his polished look. Overall, he looked both stylish and confident. catching the eye of everyone in the classroom. Wow, he's really good looking, she said, almost entranced. Eva nudges you with her elbow, trying to get your attention from the side. Eva, there is definitely something about him. Jungkook coughed, capturing the attention of the entire class. He was looking around the class, but his gaze stopped at you. You quickly glanced down and began reading your book, but everyone was surprised when they noticed him smiling in your direction. Mia, hey, why is he smiling at Ryan? Jenny, I have no idea. Eva leaned in close to your ear. Ryan, the professor is smiling at you. Your eyes widened in shock, but Eva couldn't hold back her laughter. Silly, your book is upside down. You felt embarrassed as you corrected the orientation of your book, your cheeks turning red. Jungkook coughed and returned to his usual cold demeanor. Students, today I will be giving you a test on the questions I assigned yesterday, okay? All class, what? Eva, but professor, you didn't mention yesterday. Jungkook, that's not your concern. I will do as I please. Now enough chatter and everyone open your notebooks. I will give you the questions and you will have 5 minutes to solve them. The rest of the class proceeded smoothly. Jungkook, alright then, since it was the first test, I was lenient today. I won't be as forgiving tomorrow. Sir, if this was lenient, what will the strict test be like? Jungkook's expression remained cold as he responded, Jungkook, you will find out tomorrow. As Jungkook left the room, he glanced at you. 2 days ago, Jungkook's father, addressing him as he sat in the CEO's chair, said, my son, I am about to ask you a favor, but as your father, you can't refuse. Jungkook nodded, his gaze unwavering on his father, ready for his next directive. Let's not beat around the bush. I have a close friend whose daughter I want you to marry and settle down with. Proud to have such a respectful and obedient son, Mr. John knew the depth of Jungkook's devotion to him. He understood that Jungkook's loyalty was unwavering, reserved solely for him, even if asked to do something extreme. Jungkook would comply without hesitation, but only for his father. Others held no sway over him, not even in the dire circumstances, a fact Mr. John was well aware of. Looking directly into his son's steely gaze, Mr. John continued, tradition dictates that we marry before assuming the CEO role, ensuring our child inherits our legacy. While it's not obligatory, I want you to wed as soon as possible. Jungkook regarded his father with a mixture of amusement and concern. He understood his father's desire to become a grandfather, but he hadn't anticipated the seriousness of the matter. Despite his father's insistence, Jungkook had been hesitant to marry because he was already in a committed relationship with his girlfriend, whom he deeply loved. However, Mr. John disapproved of her, believing she was only interested in Jungkook's wealth, unable to care for him the way he deserved. Jungkook had attempted to reason with his father, explaining his feelings and his desire to marry his girlfriend with his father's blessing, yet Mr. John remained steadfast in his disapproval. Dad, you know that I already...